Hi everyone, my name's Tim Papert, Gilson Engineering Sales, Pittsburgh office, and welcome to the Gilson Flow Lab. Today, I'd like to spend a few minutes with you going over the features and benefits of the TypeK pneumatic linear drive, the JR linear drive system. The JR linear drive is a high-performance, digitally controlled pneumatic-operated linear drive system suitable for most wall-fired boilers. The JR was specifically designed to replace existing electrically operated linear drives and outdated pneumatic drives. The takeout dimensions were selected to make the JR a quick and easy retrofit solution for most electric linear drives and all pneumatic drives. Now, as many of you may already know, one of the largest obstacles to overcome with a linear drive is repeatable and accurate positioning of the drive itself. Well, the JR is going to be your solution to that obstacle. Unlike most pneumatically operated drives, the JR incorporates all of the fail-in-place characteristics of electric drives without all the drawbacks of the limited duty cycles, low resistance to ambient temperatures found in utility power boiler applications. As many of you already know, secondary air is introduced at the burner and its flow is determined by a sliding disc or sliding sleeve mechanism that usually is positioned by a linear actuator. Originally, most linear actuators were operated by an electric motor that drives a lead screw type mechanism. In the past, these electrically operated drives were typically placed in one of three positions: light off, full load, and idle or cooling. This was done by setting hard to adjust travel switches. Frequent modulation in the electric drives usually resulted in premature failure due to limited duty cycle design. With the JR linear drive system, users are free to modulate that drive position as often as required to maintain set point conditions. You are not limited to just a few presettable travel stop locations, and all positions are highly repeatable. With the JR linear drive system, users are free to modulate the drive position as often as required to maintain set point conditions. You are not limited to a few presettable travel stop locations, and all positioning is highly repeatable. What makes this possible is the linear positioner transducer that is buried inside the rod of the piston. This also allows precise positioning of the piston for near perfect control and repeatability. How precise? How does 0.5% sound to you? The JR linear cylinder is a highly engineered air cylinder designed to provide high performance and extended life in the harsh environments found in and around burners on wall-fired utility boilers. Materials of construction have been selected to resist corrosion, abrasion from long-term exposure to coal, dust, fly ash, and to provide long life. The anodized extruded aluminum cylinder comes with a hard chrome-plated piston rod with a combination of an optional Viton seals and having the linear position buried in the cylinder of the rod. You can have ambient temperatures as high as 300 degrees F. Couple that with the unique twin seal rod gland assembly, which prevents fly ash and coal dust from entering the cylinders, thus adding more life to the JR drive. The DPC777 controller consists of 5 principal components. The digital control module, or the DCM, located right here, is the main component of the DPC. All operations are performed on the DCM by manipulating the 3 push buttons. No additional calibration equipment is needed. The digital pneumatic interface module, which is a 4-way, 3-position proportional valve. Then there's assorted switches on the terminal strip, bulkhead fittings, and air connections. We also have shielded 3-wire conductor cable with a quick disconnect at the cylinder, and is available in 25-foot or 100-foot lengths. And finally, there's the NEMA 4X fiberglass enclosure that is rated to -20 to +100 degrees F. Optional materials are available upon request. You will notice on the door of the DPC777 there is a reset button, push button, for the purpose of clearing a fault should one occur, without the need of opening the enclosure and introducing dust to the electronics. There's also the optional remote local switch and the open-close switch. These allow for complete operation of the JR linear drive at the field location. Placing the DPC in the remote position allows for the control via the DCS 4 to 20 milliamp signal. By switching to the local position, the 4 to 20 milliamp analog signal is interrupted from the DCS, and control is then given to the local operator in the field. This is very handy when you're doing your original setup and calibration of the drive. Now switching back to remote gives complete control back to the DCS. Now allow me to demonstrate the operation of the JR linear drive and the DPC 777 and demonstrate its accuracy and repeatability. What we have here is a 12-inch stroke cylinder and a 4 to 20 milliamp source acting as our DCS. We also have a return or a feedback signal coming to a precision digital panel meter which has been scaled for 0 to 12 inches. Now please note the accuracy and the repeatability of the JR as I change our 4 to 20 milliamp inputs. At 4 milliamp we're at 0 inches. 8 milliamp we're at 3 inches. 12 milliamp we're at 6 inches. 16 milliamp 9 inches, and 20 milliamp 12.02 inches. Let's return to 12 milliamp, which should be 6 inches. And we are. And then we'll go back to 4 milliamp. I hope you noticed that each stop was within 1/20th of an inch. In summary, some of the operational features of the JR linear drive include position control to plus or minus 0.5% or better. Adaptive control continuously adjusts for load and actuator conditions and eliminates the calibration procedures. Polarity detection allows for direct or reverse acting operation without wiring. Stall detection to prevent damage to mechanical equipment and linkage. Fail in place, fail open, or fail closed on loss of signal. Fail in place on loss of air or power supply. All components are easily user maintained in the field. There's unlimited cycle duty, and there's fewer moving parts and no deadband robbing gears and couplings as found in electric drives. The JR linear power cylinders are available in sizes and thrust ratings to meet every need from secondary air applications to burner tilt. So give your local Gilson Engineering salesperson a call at 1-800-860-4499 and arrange for your own live demonstration of the TypeK JR linear drive. I think you'll be very impressed. Thanks, and have a great day.